I'm Barb Grover, and I'm half of Splendid Cycles.
I'm Joel Grover, the other half of Splendid Cycles. We're a cargo bike specific shop in electric assist cargo bikes. We specialized in front-loading cargo bikes that we import in from Denmark and specialized in the best long-tail cargo bike on the market, the Xtracycle, EdgeRunner.
What makes Joel and I unique is that we have long history of experience selling all kinds of bikes and to all kinds of people. What we've learned to do in our 25 plus years of selling bikes is to get people what they want and what they need. And those aren't always the same thing. Sometimes people come in with an expectation of wanting a certain thing. They've read things on the internet or they heard this was a cool thing from a friend, and in reality that may not fit their needs. Do you add to that, or have I just rambled on plenty?
You nailed it.
What we've learned is, listen to the people, find out what they're doing with the bikes, find out, what's the broad range of things that they might imagine doing with a bike. So we can customize the bike. We've got configurations of different handlebars, different stems, even different seats that we can...
Different pedals.
Different pedals. We're really happy and willing to customize the bike to make sure that you are comfortable, efficient, and really happy with the ride you get on the bike.
What is our favorite thing about the Xtracycle EdgeRunner? Well, that list is long, but I would say for us, we like the versatility of the EdgeRunner. So it is a bike that we can make pretty much do anything you want. It can haul stuff, it can haul kids, it can haul both kids and stuff. As your family grows.
Little kids.
Yeah, exactly. So you could start with little kids and they turn into big kids,
or
and
grandma.
The bike adapts. Then your kids are grown up and riding their own bikes, then it becomes a great grocery hauler, or head off to Costco. Load up as much stuff as you want. Go to the nursery, buy compost. My favorite feature of the EdgeRunner is the fact that it has a small 20-inch rear wheel. Having that little rear wheel will lower the center of gravity, so this bike becomes much easier to ride with the load on the back. The other thing I like about it too is that it'll gear down that rear wheel, so when we run an electric assist motor on the back, you get a tremendous amount of climbing torque going uphill, and it's a very effective bike or platform to run a system like a bionic system.
But even without the e-assist, what it does is it sets the gearing range at a very low. I remember many cargo bike customers are really concerned about having enough gearing because they're thinking it's a heavy bike, it's a heavy load. How am I going to get up the hills? And that's really not the concern on the EdgeRunner at all. I mean, having low gears isn't ever a problem.
Being so small, it's a very strong wheel. I have not seen one broken spoke on a Xtracycle EdgeRunner.
No.
So very common thing to deal with on cargo bikes that use a larger rear wheel. So a couple of nice features there that make it really stand out. Xtracycle though still is, for us, the most versatile of cargo bikes, because we can set it up so many different ways.
It has a very short learning curve too, relative to a front-loading cargo bike where you have to kind of relearn. With the Xtracycle, anybody could just jump on and go, and they're hauling a load. It's pretty cool. I happen to be a big fan of X2 bags. Portland and the environment where we live is pretty wet and rainy, and so those bags have been thoroughly tested through a good Portland winter, and I've been really amazed how not only how waterproof those bags are. I mean, I've brought paper work home in torrential downpours and not a drop of water inside, but also how versatile. There is actually, for me, was a learning curve on the bag, because there's all these different straps and Velcro and hooks and things, and once I got to know the bags and I know that I can go and pick up all sorts of crazy loads. Brought home some big pots from the nursery, and I buy toilet paper and paper towels in bulk for the shop using the bike, and I just strap them on. I haven't found anything yet that I haven't been able to haul, and a lot of it is because of the versatility of that bag. It's inner pocket that's secure and separate, but then also that outer sling that separates and still functions. And then so with something like the utility straps, that even extends those bags and its ability to hold something really big, it's really quite amazing. And so it's really not so much a matter of whether I'll be able to get it on the bike, it's whether will I still fit in the bike lane once I'm loaded up. The more I get to know those bags, the more I really like them and can really definitely like to encourage people to get those, especially in Portland because of the waterproof aspects, but also because I find that they're really amazingly versatile as well.
My favorite Xtracycle part, Kickback.
Oh,
center
yeah.
stand.
That's a good one.
That is a fantastic upgrade you should put on any EdgeRunner, especially if you're kid hauling. If you have a couple of squirming kids, you can load them on and not have to worry about the bike tipping over.
Cruising around Portland with a friend of mine the other day, and there was a piano out on the sidewalk. It said, "Play me." And there were two of us, and we wanted to play chopsticks together. And there was only a one-seater bench, so we moved that bench out of the way, rolled our Xtracycle platform up, put my Kickback down, and we sat there and played the piano on my Xtracycle. So it's a really, that Kickback, without it, we wouldn't have probably been able to do that. So even with adults, it's a really great feature.
I think that brings up a good point. Xtracycles are fun.
Yeah.
Number one.
We date on the bike occasionally.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
go
I
to,
ride, she rides on the back.
Yeah.
She always tells me to slow down.
Oh, not always, but often.